Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? All right. Thanks very much for coming out to Vision Quest. It means a lot. So I'm going to show you a few different things today. I have a PC computer that's hooked up to a monitor. This is actually the machine that clients get to put their hands and eyes on when they come in to see me at my regional assessment center here in London. So I'll start out by just explaining a little bit about the Assistive Devices program. So that is a program that's run through the Ministry of Health, and it allows folks with various needs. I look after more of the visual aids and computers side of it all. It allows folks to get 75% of a computer system with adaptive technology covered by the Government of Canada, or the Ministry of Health, I should say. So that can involve different things. You can get a laptop or a desktop through the system. You can get an iPad, which is great because the iPad can do a lot, especially now. And a lot of folks want the portability and ease of use of the iPad. So I brought my demo computer with me today, and it's got a few different pieces of software. And the one that you heard while we were testing actually is called JAWS. So the purpose of JAWS is for someone like myself who can't see a thing, it reads the screen to you. So right now I'm on the desktop, so it's reading out my different icons. Now this is kind of a demo computer, so it has a lot of different pieces of software. I guess I'd closed Internet Explorer. That's okay. Let me just grab it here. Let's hope the Wi-Fi is going to cooperate here for us. I know. Oh, here it goes. Perfect. I like when technology behaves during a demo, because usually it doesn't. All right, so this is our CNIB homepage. And JAWS is very simple and complex at the same time. I can do basic navigation up and down through this page with arrow keys. So this is kind of the slower way of navigating a web page. Now this is someone that is maybe new to JAWS would do it just with the arrow keys, just to get the lay of the land. Whereas I would use various levels of navigation. So I've jumped way down the page. There. Actually, I'll tab, and that way JAWS will, the cursor should keep up. So let's say I want to activate this living with vision loss. So I used a key there just to turn it off. So you guys might be able to see some of the content. For me, if I was not as good at technology as I am, I would have to scroll through this whole page. But there's an easier way. I can use headings. This is, I don't know if there are any people that work with websites in the room, but this is a very big example why it's super helpful to have a properly formatted website with headings and navigational type things, because screen reader users like myself can use these to get where we need to go faster. So, I mean, I could... Vision loss doesn't have to need the loss of independence or quality of life. With the right support of people who are blind or partially sighted can do almost anything. Land, the dissection, you will find dozens of. Yeah, so, I mean, I could keep going, but that's just an example of how I would read that web page. Now, someone that is vision impaired but not blind would have a totally different, or not completely blind, I should say, would have a totally different way. So I'm going to load a program called ZoomText. Okay, I just turned off JAWS, so now I'm going to load ZoomText. So ZoomText is a program, while it's loading, ZoomText is a program that its job is to blow up the screen, but it does have some capabilities of JAWS. So let's say somebody is reading it at a larger size, and they get tired. You can use a feature called App Reader, which allows Zoom Text to read some of the web page.
Zoom text enabled. Zoom text magnify reader professional. Zoom level 2. Zoom text update wizard.
Oh, let's just, I don't know.
Zoom text magnify.
There we go. Let's get rid of that. We don't need an update wizard right now. So it starts out, you can set this and have it save settings. I always start out at level 2 Zoom. So that's 2 times. I can go way up. So for example, I can bring this up to 16 times. Believe it or not, some people actually do use a 16 times Zoom. So, I mean, I don't know if I would like that or not in my situation if I had some vision, but you know what? Everybody's different and has their way of doing things. So let's just bring this back to the CNIB. So that's still at 16 times magnification. So I'm going to bring that back down. Most people are pretty comfortable around the 5 or a 6 times magnification, and even that's still probably pretty big. So I'm going to bring it.
2.25.
Let's just bring that back to 2. The other thing that Zoom Text is you can turn on really quick on the fly is called color enhancement. So I'm going to just switch this.
Color enhancements enabled.
So theoretically, and you guys can holler at me if I'm wrong, but what it did there is it reversed the contrast of the page. So instead of like black text on a white background, it'll be white text on a black background. And some of our clients are very, very light sensitive, and they find that contrast can be an issue. So if you switch the Zoom Text to a reverse contrast mode, sometimes it can make things a little easier to see. Other things you can turn on, you can change the color of your cursor. Now, I don't know the super duper quick way to do this, but hold on. Oh, my Zoom Text interface went away. Okay, that's nice.
Color enhancements disabled.
Let's turn that off. Yeah, so you can switch the color of the mouse. So you can make it a big. I think it's a big yellow cursor right now, and you can have it do like a crosshair, almost like a target. You can have like a line with a circle around it, kind of. It just various little things that can help. So I'm actually going to get rid of Zoom Text theoretically.
File.
I didn't want that. Sorry about that, guys. My Zoom Text.
1.8.
Oh, there it is.
2. Window.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of Zoom Text for now.
Zoom Text 2018. Do you wish to wait?
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that for now. Now, something that might help someone that is very new to technology is actually a piece of software called Dolphin Guide. So I'm going to attempt. So it's coming up here slowly.
Hello and welcome to Guide.
So the voice is a little bit faster, but as you can see, this is a very simple interface. I actually I've worked with a few clients before who prefer something this simple. It's almost like an automated phone system. You know, press 1 for this, press 2 for that. Just very simple things like, like if you wanted to.
Press 2 to write letters and other documents. 2. Letter and document menu. Press 1 to write a new letter. Press 2 to write a new document.
So it has speech as well. You can blow the screen up so it is larger. So that's Dolphin Guide. It's very, very simple, and that's great for a lot of, especially a lot of folks that they just want to do the basics. They don't want to do all the advanced web navigation that I was doing earlier, or they just want to do the basic things: send an email, write a letter, scan a document. Okay, I'm gonna actually. Okay, we'll get rid of it. Oh, that's going to shut down my computer. Hold on, guys. Should have pressed 3. And while this comes back up, I'm going to actually demonstrate something a little more mainstream called, of course, the iPhone. So I'm going to actually, hopefully this won't clip too badly.
I'm just going to move the screen down so they can see. There you go.
Hold on, actually, I need my iPad, actually. My iPhone doesn't have, actually, I'll use my own. I will use my own, yeah, I don't have the adapter for mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if that worked. Nope. All right. Sorry for the delay, folks. My new case on my iPhone apparently is covering up my headphone jack. Fantastic. There, so I'll just pop this out here. So, now this, I don't have an adapter with me today to plug this into the screen so you guys can see it. Now this might be a bit loud. Oh, it's not. So that, what you're hearing is VoiceOver, which is a feature that is built into the iPhone. But I, of course, have it speaking very, very quickly. So I'm going to actually make this very slow. That's 45%, 40%. There we go. And so the VoiceOver has very many ways of navigating the screen. So you can I'm just touching it with my finger, and it's reading what I come to under my finger. If I want more finer control, I can use what are called gestures to move from item to item. And on the phone visually is a little rectangle. Now you can't see it, of course, because I don't have the right adapter with me. But it's a little rectangle that's around what VoiceOver is speaking. So there's that. The iPhone also has a feature called Zoom that allows the screen to be blown up. And that's the same for the iPad as well. The iPhone and the iPad have a lot of the same features. So you can make it as accessible as you want. And I'm actually just going to have... All right, we're getting a little bit low, I think, on our time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually, now that I've chatted away to you guys for a while, I'm going to open it up. If anybody has any questions at all, you can maybe just shout them out or whatever. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
So the question is, I'm glad you brought up the iPad. We've been looking at the Optelec Compact 7 HD versus going over to the iPad. The biggest challenges are to be able to read text to the client and to be able to magnify if you're going to use this magnifier. The biggest challenge with Apple, of course, is the training for people that aren't computer savvy. So your company is one of the companies that actually work with the clients to recommend a device and train them on that device, or just train them on the device?
So the way it works, the iPad itself, there is training. So CNIB does offer, through our independent living specialists, they can come out to the client's home and work with them how to use the iPad. And if they want a little bit more information on the, sorry guys, my computer's talking and interrupting me. If the client wants more information about magnifiers, funnily enough, actually, it's Dulcie that they would see. Oh, let's just make that be quiet. All right, so the iPad also, there's lots of stuff on YouTube and whatnot too that if they have a friend or family member that's a little more tech savvy, you can always look stuff up on YouTube too if they, just have a quick question. How do I make it do this? How do I make it do that? A lot of times you can just quickly do a search for it.
Okay. And do you know if they make a stand for the iPad as well, so it can actually sit over top of it?
I don't know of a great one. There are some you can use for scanning. I actually have one. I don't have it with me today, but it's made out of cardboard. It's called a stand scan, and it's not overly expensive. It does take a while for it to come, though. It does take a while for it to come in, depending on when you order it. I know when I got it, it was kind of new, so everybody wanted it.
Right.
So,
So now, do you have a business card, and do you actually do like consulting as to listen to what people are looking for and try to recommend in your expertise what would be a great product?
so the way the program works is is through CNIB. So when your client becomes a client, they would see Dulcie first, especially if they had vision. If they didn't have any vision, though, they could just speak to our registrar, and she could get them in, make the referral, and then I would book an appointment. And then when they come to see me, we spend about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending. Some clients need a little more time. Some come in and I want this, I want that. Okay, we'll make that happen. So, I have stuff in my center, so I can show them the iPad. I can show them this laptop. I have a desktop computer if they're more interested in that. I can show them a large print keyboard. I have a piece of software on my computer called Kurzweil, which reads what's on if it connects with a scanner, and it can read that. Yeah.
That's amazing that you've added this service to CNIB right here in London. So are you able to replace us having to go down to Waterloo Low Vision Center?
To a point, yeah. So I can look after the high tech, the computers. As far as magnifiers go, Dulcie, magnifiers and CCTVs, Dulcie can look after that. As far as glasses, though, I don't believe you don't do that, do you, Dulcie?
Dulcie stepped out of the
Oh,
room.
Dulcie's
sorry.
gone. Okay, never mind. I don't believe Dulcie looks after the glasses.
Okay, but we're just interested in high tech, so that's actually.
Yeah, so the computers and the iPad and whatnot, that's my department. Yeah.
So I won't take any more of your time because you're going to.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Thank you for that question. I think we have time for one more question if someone has one. Okay, we'll come over with the mic.
On my laptop, is there any place that I can go to learn how to change the coloring that websites use, or to change the font and that? Is there any place you can go and learn how to use your computer better?
Like as far as the accessibility features go?
Yes,
Yeah, so is it Windows 10? Or do you know?
Windows 7.
Windows 7, okay. So if you go into the control panel, there should be a spot there. You might have to dig around for it a little bit. It's called Ease of Access Center.
Okay,
And in there, there's a spot for visual. That'll do some of it, but if you want to see more settings, like if you want to see more of it, like there's actual categories to make your computer easier to see, links to click, and it'll that can help too. But if you want to just turn stuff on or off, you can definitely Windows key U is the shortcut. That brings up you can turn on the magnifier, you can turn on narrator. So yeah, you can go into the control panel, or if you know exactly what you want to turn on, you can press Windows key plus U.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much, Matthew, for that really informative presentation.